Here it is, the 7mm Backcountry. In a couple of months since it's been announced, it's definitely been a hot topic on YouTube. Harold is the most innovative cartridge, one of the best cartridges ever made, or Harold is kind of a niche cartridge that's doomed to fail. I've certainly haven't been extremely positive about this cartridge. In fact, I compared it to a 7PRC about a month ago, and I basically said the 7PRC would annihilate it in precision accuracy. And maybe I was a little harsh on it. So in today's video, we're going to talk about why you would get a 7mm Backcountry. In the year 2025, getting a suppressor in the United States of America is the easiest it's ever been. It's still a little bit pricey, thanks to the ATF and their tax stamp. But suppressors are coming down on price. You can get a good budget suppressor for $600. And they're definitely in right now. The ATF will get back to you as long as you're not doing a trust. You can get a suppressor really fast. One of the big downsides with having a suppressor on a Magnum type cartridge is not a lot of people are wanting to put a 8-inch suppressor like this one on a 26-inch barrel. I'm doing that on my 300 Weatherby. Basically, it makes my barrel 34 inches, so that's pretty crazy. The trend right now is to go to a shorter barrel, and the idea is that, well, to protect my ears and make things a little bit easier to pack around, I'm going to basically compromise on cartridge performance so that I can have one of these suppressors on it. Well, now you don't really have to compromise with the 7 Backcountry, at least not on velocity. Let's just go ahead and look at the performance of this factory ammo. Now, Federal gives 2 different velocities, one with a 20-inch barrel, which I think most people would be getting in a 7 Backcountry, and one in a 24-inch barrel. 24-inch barrel is impressive. 3125 feet per second. Almost 3,800 foot-pounds of energy. And then what I think, again, what most people will get it in a 20-inch barrel, you're getting really close to 3,000 feet per second. Now that, honestly, it's better than 7PRC performance in a 20-inch barrel when you compare a 7PRC in a 24-inch barrel. The cartridge I think this resembles the most is the 280 Ackley Improved, which is the cartridge on the right. So you can see the 7 Backcountry actually has a little bit shorter case, so a little bit less case capacity. But what basically Federal did is they kind of Creedmored a 280 Remington. So they shortened the case a little bit so you could seat the bullet out a little further so it's not in the case. And it's got a modern shoulder, and Federal's mentioned that it has a modern chamber as well. And obviously it has a 1-in-8 twist, so it can shoot the heaviest bullets. As far as velocity goes, when you're comparing it to a 7PRC, for all intents and purposes, a 20-inch 7 Backcountry beats a 24-inch 7 PRC. So how are they doing this with a kind of shortened 280 Remington? Well, it really comes down to they're using a metal case instead of a brass case, and that holds up to higher pressure. And then, of course, they're using, they kind of spoil it there. They're using ball powder, and so to get up to 80,000 psi, you do need a faster burning powder. So I assume this is a relatively fast burning ball powder to get up to 80,000 psi and, well, 3125 feet per second in a 24-inch barrel. And what makes this pretty, well, awesome for a lot of people is with a 24-inch barrel in 7 Backcountry, you're basically matching factory ammo in 28 nozzler with the 175 ABLR with probably about 20 grains less of powder. So that's pretty impressive. Now, when this came out, I did a video and I was a little bit critical of it on its accuracy. I was definitely a little worried. Personally, my belief is you're not going to find your best accuracy at 80,000 psi. And the early reports have shown the cartridge has kind of been a hit and miss on the accuracy part. However, I think there's more videos coming out, people shooting this particular fusion tipped ammo in 7 Backcountry, and has definitely performed the best. You definitely can get sub M away. And honestly, if you have no plans to do long range hunting, which I'm definitely against, by the way, I see zero issues with the 7 Backcountry. It's plenty accurate out to 500 yards, and it's definitely going to have plenty of wallop, whether you have a 20-inch barrel or a 24-inch barrel. So for anyone that has no plans to do target shooting at long distances or long range hunting, I think this is a perfectly capable, awesome cartridge for you. So I'm sure you're wondering, will I ever get a 7mm Backcountry? I do have factory ammo now. I'm not completely against it, at least for, just testing it out, showing YouTube what it can do. But as of right now, I don't have any plans to get one. And a big reason why is you can't reload it right now. Yes, I saw the Federal video of them showing that it is reloadable, which I know Federal is really trying hard to make sure that this cartridge is not a factory ammo only cartridge. And I do really think eventually you can reload it. But as of right now, you can't get metal casings for this. And even Federal themselves said you can't reload this specific metal case. You have to get the nickel plated kind. And there are 0 dies. So as of right now, this cartridge is impossible to reload for. I do think Federal is very invested in making sure you can reload it, but it's not possible right now. So yeah, I'm probably not going to get one right now. I want to hear from you guys. Are any of you have already gotten a 7 Backcountry? What attracts you to the 7 Backcountry? Or maybe some of you just don't care at all, and why? Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.